Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know, went and got into my drink, huh? I know. Good morning. So, this morning, I woke up and I heard my son say these words: You can die at any moment over anything. And I said, Lord, what am I going to talk about today? Boom, popped the words purpose and intention. But this talk is going to be for teenagers and adults. Okay? So, purpose and intention. Now, last night I made a video and I had spoken about how you're not judged on your intention. You're judged by what you say and what you do at the end of the day. Okay? Because those are the absolute definite actions that finalize that thought or what you say you were going to do. That's why. That's the last judgment piece. So that's why intention and meaning have nothing to do with it. However, when you are setting intention, right? Intention is set and meaning is set for your goals as to why you're doing something. So I'm going to speak to the parents for a moment. And this is coming from as a parent and as a teacher. Okay? So I'm going to speak to parents. Parents, it is our job to guide children. It is not their job to fulfill a life you couldn't fulfill. It is not their job to live your dream. They have their own. It is not their job to have you kill their dreams. They have their own. They have their own thoughts that they develop. They think for themselves. I have seen too many times where a parent wants a child to think for themselves, then they don't want the child to think for themselves. They want the child to think for themselves when it's appropriate or it's convenient for the parent. And then other times, no, you do what I tell you to do. Now, this is what I find funny. We have this whole Roe versus Wade thing, right? And women don't want to be controlled. But you sit your butt up, and some of you women, some of you parents, control your kids so much your kids can't breathe and they commit suicide. But you don't want to be controlled like that. So why are you controlling another being like that? I don't care if it's your kid. That's a living, thinking being. Yes, you're guiding them. Yes, you're showing them how they're supposed to live. Yes, you're showing them how they're supposed to be a productive member in society. But they are not here to make you look good. They are not here to make you proud. They are not here for you to brag to your friends. They're here to live their life. So let me explain something to you. This is what I tell people. When you take absolute control of something, this includes your path that you walk, everything. I want to say this because I have forgotten to add this to those videos of when I'm talking about you walking your path. When you take absolute control of something, you also take absolute consequences of that control. You are responsible. That means you fuck up. That child comes to you and they tell you, you fucked my life up. What is the number one thing parents say? That was your choice. You could have chosen at any time. You could have made a decision. Lies. I know because I had one of those moms. Lies. Why is it a lie? We don't want to hear your mouth. We don't want to hear the complaint. We don't want the guilt you try to put on us for thinking for ourselves and doing for us. Who wants to hear that? Who wants to sit through you bashing us for doing what we were made to do because you can't take it? because you screwed up somewhere in your life and you afraid someone else is going to see it through your child. Get yourself together. Your life is your life. Your child's life is your child's life. If you are successful, you will guide them the way they're supposed to be guided. And they won't have your trauma and problems because they shouldn't have your trauma and problems in the first place. 2, generational issues. Ooh. Oh yeah, I'm going to touch on this one. So, we have grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, different races and cultures, jealous because this generation didn't go through the hardships of the last generation, or the generations before. And then the number one thing they should have, look at them now. Look at how dishonorable they are. They don't even listen to nobody. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, first of all, that's what you get for letting society dictate how you raise your child. I ain't saying beat the hell out of your child where they can't survive. Children are supposed to do certain things. They're supposed to ask for things that they want. You're supposed to teach them. They have to earn it. Those type of things. If you're teaching it right and you're disciplining it right, shouldn't be a problem. Likewise, society should, yes, protect children. You stay the hell out of home. You let us discipline so they stay the hell out of your jails and we're not paying for it later. Society and government need to quit dictating what the fuck happens when people are doing certain things. You don't have absolute control. You ain't going to have absolute control. No. But the generational stuff that older folks put on younger generations and they don't see it as fair. First of all, times change. You fought for the change. So why the hell are you going to be mad that the other generations under you are benefiting from that? You're supposed to teach what you want us to know. You're our elders. Don't be jealous because we didn't have to walk the paths you did. We didn't have to suffer that pain you did. We still feel the effects and we still go through it. You should be happy though. In some aspects, we don't go through it like you. You should be grateful. But some of you ain't. Some of you are pissed off. Some of you are like, how dare you? Excuse me? Now I can understand for the ones that take it for granted. I can understand acting ugly toward those because they ain't learned shit. You know, you got this crime spree stuff going on for whatever reason. Our law enforcement is nowhere to be found. Interesting, ain't it? But I ain't gonna touch that. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just gonna let that sit there. But I'm talking about the generational guilt, the generational jealousy. Oh, it's deep. It's deep because when those spirits pass on, some of those still stay because their hate is so great that they feel it's unfair what they've been through versus what we go through. Times change. You taught us to get our asses up in that government, in that Congress, and make change. So you're going to be jealous of what you taught us to do? That's what you're going to be jealous of, for real? Interesting. Cut that shit out. We ain't got to take that. We're not going to sit up with your guilt. You need to deal with your guilt. You need to deal with your anger over what happened. And there's a lot. There's a lot. But you still, as elders, have the responsibility to teach us under you how to deal with it, how to get through it, not in jealousy. That's not love. That's not love for your family. No. 3, parents, you are the number one teacher, right? Stop telling us teachers, well, stop doing our job. Then fucking do yours. Know how to be a fucking parent. Now, it's different when it comes to curriculum because curriculum is trash right now. As I've been putting in my post, curriculum is trash. It's a joke. And I understand, you know, what we learned worked. It was basic. It worked. It worked in engineering. All of a sudden, they base our math on Singapore math and want to say it's math standard. It ain't fucking math standard. It's Singapore math. This is Asian math we learning to try to keep up with the engineering that they use in Asiatic countries. And they do it many different ways. But what the United States doesn't understand is in Asiatic countries, they master concepts. They didn't move on until it was mastered. And those kids stay in school all damn day till the night. Their system is set up totally different than ours. We don't master shit. When our kids don't get a concept, oh, they'll get it in another grade. So don't worry about it. And then our parents, they made it to where the parents can't even help the kids because they change how shit is done and then swear this is how it has. No, it doesn't. This is how you set it up based on that stupid ass standard that you have. But guess what? The way you're showing it how to do it is not a standard. That's a strategy. A standard is not a strategy. A standard is which we teach what we're teaching. The strategy is how to solve this fucking standard. There's a difference. Stop lying to these damn parents. Parents don't understand. These parents don't understand why they can't even help their kids because they keep changing what the fuck they doing. So you can't help your kids. So then that explains why you stressed out about your kid looking good. So that makes you look good. No. That kid is not there to make you look good. Understand that. A child is born to you on loan. And you're to teach that child how to be here and here, how to live with other people, how to build their intelligence, but also their EQ, their emotional intelligence, how to function, but more than function, more than survive, how to love other people, how to love themselves, their self-confidence, their self-worth, so they can move out there and be more than functional, actually live. But you have these jealous parents who never got the chance to live. You see parents, though, in third world countries, different from the ones here in the United States, who didn't experience how to live. They come here and they're so grateful. Many are so grateful that their child is getting the opportunity to live. But then you look at us here like it's owed to us. Are you fucking kidding me? You better get your ass out and work for it. You see people getting beat, right, for nothing. Ain't shit owed to you. You earn it. America, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nothing's owed to you. Let's take your ass, pick you up, and put you in a third world country. See how your ass make it. With the rules and shit that are way more than our rules here. Let me try to do the rules here, though. You gonna sit up and come like, that ain't constitutional. That ain't right. I'm not gonna do all that. You need to shut the fuck up and get your shit together. Get some discipline in your life. Then you wonder why you ain't going where the fuck you going, but your child is. Because you damn near beat the shit out of your child with discipline. So they have discipline, but you ain't got a damn bit of discipline. And when your child, like I've been seeing on YouTube, and I've been like, go child, go. When these children are coming up to you, embarrassed because of what the fuck you wearing, how the fuck you speak, how the hell you look with all that fake shit on. And then you get mad because they're embarrassed by you. The fuck is they supposed to be proud of you? They act more educated than you. I'd be embarrassed too. Now it's different. It's different. You didn't know any better and you didn't have any better. But you, the motherfucking United States, you got an opportunity to have better. Now see that assumption right there? See that assumption? That's how everyone sees it. You're in the United States. You have the opportunity to do better. But see, the thing is, that is 80% true. We do. We do have the opportunity to do better. We absolutely do. So what the hell are we doing? privilege don't see color. I want you to understand that. Privilege don't see color. You can be broke as hell and have privilege. I know my kids did. When we were homeless, they still had privilege. I asked them, what the hell is wrong with you? I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but I don't see any privilege. What I do see that needs to happen is hard motherfucking work. Get to it. I keeps it real. So now I'm speaking to the kids, and it's going to be very simple. Kids, one, you have your own mind that you're developing. You have your own spirit you're developing. Your own self-love you're developing. You better start learning yourself. My students used to see in my classroom, nos que te ipsum, know thyself. In every first class, we discussed what the hell that meant. Know thyself. Know who you are. And I always started in middle school. Know who you are. This is a lifelong journey of knowing who you are. You got to. Some of you don't have a choice because you got some crazy ass motherfucking parents that just need to sit the fuck down and shut up. You do. And some of you parents is wonderful and trying so hard. And I have no problem bending over backwards for parents like that. No problem at all. I love those families. But teenagers, you gonna have to do better than this. This shit that y'all got going on thinking it's cool to terrorize your teachers and steal from folks, guess what, baby? Someone is gonna forget you a teenager and your ass is gonna get shot like an adult. Tried like an adult, whatever. You about to get your ass beat. I'm letting you know this because I can feel it coming. And people in my generation, we don't put up with that. See, we're not the older generation where we be quiet. We're quiet to a point because we've gotten older. We get tired. All we doing, though, is saving whoop ass until we're real tired. I want you to understand that. I'm going to say that again. We saving whoop ass until we're tired, but we ain't that older generation. And some of that older generation will whoop your ass like nobody business. Okay? But we will whoop your ass. I ain't got a problem fighting a kid. We'll whoop your ass. Try to steal my shit. I'll cut your motherfucking fingers off. In love. For myself. And for you, because that's a lesson for you. Don't touch my shit. Y'all got this thing where you better not try to stop me from touching your stuff and trying to take your stuff. For real? Let me try to take your stuff, see what you gonna do. Wish would. I ain't gonna say the saying. Wish would. Okay? I love you. That don't mean I don't throw down. That means I throw down even more. Because I love me more. Okay? I said love is ruled with an iron fist. What the fuck do you think that means? I didn't say this was compassion. I said this is love. This foolishness that y'all doing, I told my students years ago, education ain't always going to be free. And it's going to be the select few that can pay for it. The rest of y'all going to be sitting out there deaf and dumb. And I don't like that saying. I know it's rude. But that's what they call it. For lack of a better term, that's what they call it. You're going to be sitting out there. No access to education. And you'll be lucky if someone feels sorry for you and actually teaches you. You will. Because people ain't going to waste their time. So this stuff you think is cool. And if you drinking alcohol, you might as well put yourself on a liver transplant list. Because what they had before ain't the same now. The chemicals and stuff. See, half the stuff that's going on that you guys are ingesting you think is cool. And getting cool response and your friends laughing. Look at the friends that don't do that stuff. Look at the friends that allow you to talk about them. But they going home getting their work done. Then look at their grades compared to your grades. I used to tell my children that all the time. Look at it. How do their grades look compared to yours? How does their home life look compared to yours? Are they achieving over you? Are they getting awards over you while you sitting up there acting a fool? If they are, that's an indicator they're going to make it over you. While you sitting up there acting the fool, you think that shit's so cool. Then you wondering why you can't get into a college and why it's so hard. Oh, because they made it harder every year. Didn't you get the memo? Didn't you pay attention? Oh, they didn't tell you. Some of them are not going to tell you. Some of you are not going to tell you because of the race you are or the orientation you are. Some of them are not going to tell you because they don't care. I went to an Ivy League high school. I had a counselor who asked me, why you want to go to Harvard? You can go to community college, but let me have the right color skin. I can go wherever I want it. You understand what I'm saying? They don't have to care. You do. But if you don't take hold of your own education, that's on you. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. And if you have special needs, there's nothing wrong with you. You just have quirks that you got to work through to be able to access your education. That's all. People are stupid. Okay? People can do stupid things, but there are stupid people. I'm not going to even lie to you. That will do stupid stuff. Some of you teenagers are them people. And some kids are very cruel because their parents are beating them at home and very cruel to them. And that's the only way they know how to be. Understand, your peers only know how to be based on how they're being taught. And they're in their teenage years and their kid years, so that's all they know. Sadly. Not excusing it, but that's where it comes from. Teens, you got to be better. It is a confusing time for you. There's a lot of stuff happening during this time for you. And you guys don't know how to handle it. You guys are handling it worse than we did. Because we got the talks. We had wars. We're probably going to have another one during your lifetime. You're going to have to deal with it. This is how we deal with it. You're not even getting that. You're not even getting how to deal with things. Some of you guys are working 2 jobs as a teenager. Middle school. Some of you. Some of you doing jobs you don't even want to do. But you buying your time. And I used to tell my students, make a plan to leave. Period. Make a plan. So that when it's time, you go. Know what you want to do. Set that intention and know how. I don't know if I can, my family. Guess what? At some point, you leave your family. At some point, you leave them and you have your own life. And yes, I do understand some of your parents are overbearing. They're not from here. Different customs. I get it. But the one thing that's the same is that we all have a child that we raise to be productive beings in this world. It then becomes a child's choice. Culturally, for some people, they have their own thing, but see, when you become Americanized, it changes. It changes. We're dealing with a lot of different cultures, a lot of different things. So, I need this disconnect of intention and purpose fixed. Kids have their own purpose of being here. And it ain't what you think, parents. Because God said it, not you. God said it, not you. And some of you, most of you, don't know what it is. It's for them to know, not you, because it's not your path. And it's for them to choose or choose their own. You need to remember that. They're on loan to you. They're not on display for you. And yes, I do remember this. I do, because I hear from my mom that my kids are not on display like they should be. That's not what they're here for. That's not what I'm raising them to be. Display don't mean shit. What are they doing out there? The same thing I used to tell teachers. I don't give a damn about your PhD. How many of your kids are learning in that classroom? How many are actually getting the concepts and able to move on to the next standard and actually get it. Because if they're not, your PhD don't mean shit. That just means that you know how to write a paper and a thesis. And you know how to do research. That's what that means. Does it mean you know how to apply, though? And some of us in education, we have to apply it through a program or something. How successful was it? Could you carry it on? Can you adapt it? For special needs and ELL learners, can you progress it forward? No? Then you need to shut the hell up about your degree until you can. Most people can pick up a book and study and research. Okay? I want to see it applied. I want to see it real time in a classroom. I don't give a damn about your degree. Them kids don't give a damn about your degree. They care about what you can do for them. Same thing with your parents. Don't give a damn about your degree. That's for you and your glory. So, get it together, people. Purpose and intention. Purpose and intention. It means everything for the plan. But at the end of the day, it's what you finish with, your action and your words. Set the purpose, set the right purpose and the right intention. All right, y'all. You heard it here from Big Mama. You already know. So, please share this with a teenager. Try to take some advice from this and work together. Get out of ego. Get out of pride. It does not serve us. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day.